While I was on the road, I had actually composed a short little story um, of my initial trek out west, and hand wrote it on paper and sent it to this friend of mine who was corresponding with me when I was down in Tampa. And he suggested that I go find that piece and use that to tell some of the story, which would be probably a good idea. It's just that I've got boxes and boxes and boxes of junk to go through to find it. Along with that, I also had sent him some drawings and some other stuff, and he had saved it and gave it back to me once I was back off the road. So that's a fairly important little set of documents that they're here somewhere. While I was looking for it, I found this, and apparently it's where I had planned on writing the road story as a book, and I had taken a lot of time. I don't know if you can read much of that, but probably can't read any of it, and I'm just holding it there, and you're going like, why is he holding that stupid book there? It's too blurry for me to read. I wrote down one side of it, the different towns that I went through, and I circled the ones that I spent more than a day in. You can see there's Danville and Greensboro circled. Different little episodes that happened when I was in San Diego. I got picked up by a couple of policemen that I guess they were going to run me in for the night for vagrancy. Basically, they call me sleeping on a bench. While I'm sitting in the car, they get a call about some illegal aliens. So off they go with me in the car to help on this bust that was going down. They were arresting a whole bunch of migrants and basically Mexicans without papers, and rounding them up. And when they got to the scene, they looked in the back and realized I was still in the car and said, look, you got to get out, you got to go. So I took off. I figured, well, that's all the better. I didn't get a ticket or anything. But they had my ID, so that's another $10 or something I had to pay to get another ID, but that was sort of funny. Some of my philosophy about it. Generally, I noticed from the road perspective, it would take at least about a month to kind of get used to the city and used to places to go and various things to do, whatever that city might offer. I mean, you know, if you're in Detroit, go see a Lions, see a sports game, or if there's a big gallery or museum in a town, go see that, or some other site. If you're in Niagara Falls, New York, go see the falls. I made the statement here. It says, if you're out there, go somewhere you want to. You know, if you don't have particular attachments or reason to stay in one place, go somewhere you want to go. Stay long enough to get to know the area. Then if you're still out there after that, go somewhere else you want to go and get to know that area, and repeat until something better happens, or until you settle down, or until you can't do it anymore, or until... Anyway, it's lots of little notes and philosophical little ideas like that. Here's a list of some of the cities and all that I was in. And continues on to the next page. I'm famous for making lists. My pals will all tell you I just go crazy when it comes to making a list. But this book will be very helpful. I've got all kinds of little notes throughout it, so not a complete loss. I haven't found the road documents yet, but they'll be coming, I'm sure, and be able to get some notes from there. And meantime, I've actually got a script or outline here to not script, but outline to follow for the progression of cities and places and sites I saw. That this looks pretty comprehensive. I don't remember exactly writing it all down like this, but it's detailed, more detailed than I remember having a list of. So this is really an important document here. Anyway, all good news. It means hopefully I'll get on track here and start telling more road stories. And I hope your Memorial Day weekend will go well. Hadn't thought about a Memorial Day message, but maybe we'll make some more videos since it's a long weekend and do something special for Memorial Day. I hope you all get a chance to do something special and reserve a moment of silence or dedication or prayer, or however you observe that, for all those men and women who have dedicated themselves, and even to the point of losing their lives in the protection of and preservation of the United States and peace in the world. At least that's what we would hope they have done, to preserve our freedoms and our rights, and all to them in humble acknowledgement. May you all have a beautiful, safe Memorial Day.